You guys, the feature back is absolutely hilarious. Keep going for the very funny. Bill Kolas.
Hey, Nickel, everyone, let him hear it. I put him last. First, he's got church tomorrow. Hi, guys. It's nice to see y'all, see human people again. Human people? Whatever. I don't even drink. That's how we're starting out. The only thing, I want to take a round of applause survey. How many of you got the vaccine, but didn't tell your family right away because you knew they'd try to guilt you into hanging out with them? All right, cool. That's my people. That's me too. Yeah, I'm a delivery driver. I got my shit before April. And I was still like, no, Mom, it's a damn thing. See you guys in 8 weeks. All right. April was me time. The only COVID story I'm going to tell you is that when it started, I knew it was getting to me because I was walking the sidewalk and it was raining. And I saw a bag of dog poop on the sidewalk. And I thought, I know. One of the symptoms is losing smell. Let me sniff this mystery bag of dog shit and see if my nose still works. And I did it. I fucking, this is a great idea. And I picked it up, I smelled it. Oh God, I can't smell it. I'm gonna die. And then what happened next is I woke up. Are you fucking kidding me? I have nightmares now. Bullshit. I was so furious. I ran to my fucking kitchen and I started scooping cat shit. And it smelled like cat shit. I was like, oh my God, it's the weirdest Willy Wonka day ever. I was like, oh, the cat shit smells like cat shit. Dingleberries smell like dingleberries, however that shit goes. I am colorblind, which is technically a disability, but also not a disability fucking once in a while, at all, even a little bit, right? There's people with real disabilities who can't walk, can't take care of themselves. I just eat a lot of undercooked foods. Yeah, I'm gonna make it, you guys. We're gonna get through this. No one's ever gonna ask me to cook for a dinner party. Yeah, and that really feels like an advantage, not a disability, when you put it that way. Hey, thanks for coming to dinner last night, you guys. Sorry my pork chops gave you all food poisoning. Never gonna have to worry about that. I am a really bad cook, seriously. You know, a lot of people are like proud of their cook, like they're so happy and they love cooking. Oh my God, look, I made that. They're proud like it's a child or something. Oh, I created that. But if my food was a child, my food tastes like a school shooter. Start with that, guys. 20 more minutes left. It's true, I'm such a bad cook that my cat knows it too. Like, she's that smart. Like, every time I turn on the vent over the stove, she runs to the bathroom. Which I don't take as a criticism of my cooking skills. She doesn't even understand smoke as a concept. She just knows when she hears that sound, it's mysteriously going to get real hard for her to breathe in here in about 10 minutes. I don't even know if she knows that I love her with all my heart, but she knows that I'm a danger to my loved ones in the kitchen. I'm worried that she's internalized it. Like, he's burning hot dogs. Why is he so mad at me? The only way it gets any worse is if sometimes I'll turn on the vent and she'll run and hide in my bedroom and hide under my bed. Which feels worse because then it feels like a critique on how long I've been single. I'm probably safe under here. Like 6 months. Fuck you, Ken. This is gorgeous. Alright. The thing is that, like, she's a long-haired cat, which just means she gets really hot in my apartment. Which means she hides in the coolest, wettest place in the apartment. Which means she spends a lot of time behind the toilet. Which means I spend a lot of time making direct eye contact with a living creature when I'm trying to piss. Like, move! You know what the kitchen, like, you run when I cook, you fucking... So she doesn't move, so she's just taking fucking the piss splashes in her face. Like, Yeah, it's fucking gross. She won't stop doing it. She's smart enough to move, but she doesn't. The only conclusion we have here is that she enjoys it, but I'm not going to fucking imagine that. Yeah, it's fucking gross. People are like, oh, having a pet is practice for having a child, right? It's not at all, right? Any people with children know that that's bullshit? Because I'm pretty sure it isn't. Like, I don't have kids, and I know it's not right. Like, if I ever want time to myself, or I gotta go to work, I just feed her catnip. She loves it. And you can't do that with a human baby. Daddy's gotta go to work. Here's a pop brownie. See you in 6 hours. No one's coming to rescue you. You can't reach the doors. Speaking of babies, a couple of months ago, my family, we had a baptism for my nephew. We're Greek Orthodox. For context, our baptisms are kind of like the end of The Godfather, if you ever seen that movie. Much less shooting, but it's the same gist. But what we do, we don't do it Italian style. We don't like bop a little baby with olive oil and garlic butter or whatever the fuck they did. What we do is we get a 3-foot-tall pimp chalice. We fill it full of water. We dunk that son of a bitch 3 times for Jesus. And he's screaming the whole time. Like, he's not into it, right? The other time, one time, a couple years ago, they did my other nephew, and he didn't cry through the whole service. And you're like, oh, that's cool. He's a serial killer. All right. Good job, Ashton. But it's always at fucking 9:30 in the morning. I was at church on a Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. And that's rude. That's unnecessary. Why is church shit always got to be during McDonald's breakfast? God's going to be there at 4 o'clock, Grandma. We don't got to do this at dawn. And we've had a lot, we've done a lot of nieces and nephews. They never asked me to be the godfather, which checks out. You guys met me. I think it's fine. But I think the one thing that really trips me up, where I never get hired for it, is, you remember the movie again? They got that questionnaire for the godparents. Do you reject Satan in all his works? All of them? Apparently I'm too cool to be a godfather. I'm not trading Slayer tickets for this kid. But then, at the end of our Greek Orthodox baptism, what happens then, Phil? Well, we're Greek. What does that mean? It means we give a 9-month-old baby a tablespoon full of red wine. Hell yeah! Why wouldn't we? Chill out real quick after that. I don't know why we didn't just lead with that at the beginning of the service. And then my mom was like, oh, did you get any pictures? I missed it. I didn't get any screaming, wet, naked baby pictures on my phone. I don't know, are we going to look at these later? What the fuck, man? Unless you're blackmailing this kid in 20 years, I don't know why we need these pictures. And then, after the service, we had a reception, we had a nice lunch back at my family's house. And the priest came with, the guy who did the dunking. And the priest got in an argument with my brother about transgender people in bathrooms. Yeah, which, let me tell you, this is just how I wanted to spend my Saturday. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm not going to spend any time trying to convince you one way or the other on that topic. All I am going to say is that if you're going to have an argument in a backyard about the best way to keep kids safe from being molested, the one group that doesn't get to have an opinion is a priest. That's just fucking numbers, you guys. You put a priest next to a transgender person, one of these two people is going to wear real weird clothes and can't be left unattended with children, and the other person is just transgender. That shit to my party, man. I'm fucking high. Don't do that. Have arguments in the backyard. Like I mentioned, my family's Greek, most of them, and it only comes up occasionally. Like recently, our governor, Timmy Boy, he sent a letter to the president guy, Joey guy, our governor, Timmy Boy, President Joey Guy. And he wrote a letter and he said, Minnesota is ready to accept Afghan refugees. And I was very proud of that. I was very happy to hear that. I like that. But the very next thought I had, the second thing I thought, was I got real excited, because that meant we're about to have some really fucking tasty restaurants up here in like 2 years. Hell yeah. Come make my melting pot more delicious, you beautiful Islamic bastard. Let's do this. I've already burned through all the Somali and pho restaurants, you guys. You gotta give me that good shit. Gotta keep going. Because I love my grandma, but Grandma Rosie can't compare to this shit. Like, I love you. Like, here's the thing, you guys. My mom's side of the family's Polish. Cool, they're very nice. I don't eat that food. Have you guys had cow tongue? Yeah, you're not missing much. I checked. But let me tell you guys, I would eat Afghan cow tongue in a fucking second. Hell yeah, put it right in front of me. Get your refugee immigrant spices, tear up my insides. Let's do this. I just really enjoy it. I think America sucks at a lot of stuff, but one thing we do very well is we bring a whole lot of immigrants over, a bunch of chefs, and we give them all restaurants. That's nice. We should do more of it, but we're the country that does it the most. I just wish that we wouldn't also blow their country up first before we let them in to cook for us. That's all. It seems inefficient. Skip the first 2 steps. This is mostly my job. I used to be a temp worker, and it's temp work. You're sketchy. You're barely on the grid, right? You're not fucking man. And no one respects temp workers, and why should they? It's never like, oh, he was a temp worker for 12 years, now he's the president. Doesn't work out that way. Way more likely, it's like, oh, he was a temp worker for 12 years, then he got into some really weird conspiracy websites, then he got arrested for trying to kill the president. But the one thing I really like about temp workers is that you're so, you're just a fucking Ronin. You're a samurai with no master. Like, nobody can scare you. All right, by round of applause, has anyone here ever had a temp job? Yeah, right? Okay. Wasn't it fucking hysterical whenever they would try to threaten you to make you work harder? Are you serious? Oh my God. Like, I was at a bakery, just fucking wrapping cupcakes, who gives a shit? And this lady walks up and goes, hey, we had to let 6 temp workers go yesterday, you better keep your nose to the grindstone. Are you you're threatening a temp worker? Ma'am, you don't even know my real name. What are you doing right here? I don't give a shit if you threaten me. I've only been here 3 days. I've already stolen enough food to get me to the next job. I don't know what you think temp worker means, but it's not Spanish for team player. Fuck off. Threatening a temp worker is like pulling a knife on a dude who's already playing Russian roulette by himself. You have no power here. But I was genuinely trying to find a job, and all right, speaking of jobs, another round of applause survey. Don't worry, I'm not an narc, it's Saturday. You're in a safe place. By a round of applause, who here would be in trouble if your job had a piss test on Monday? Cool. Dope. Brave motherfuckers. And that's fine, I get it. I sympathize. I wouldn't be in trouble, but that's because they don't piss test for this. No. If I had a real job, right there with you. I also like whenever there's a pause when I ask that question, people are doing math. It's like, oh, it's Thursday, it's 48 hours. 6 brownies, but it was 6 a.m., it's daylight savings. Like, all right. But I failed a piss test, but it was fucking preposterous. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I was gonna get a job at a storage facility, right? Just an abandoned factory warehouse with 40 garage doors that people pay rent to store their dead grandparents' haunted antiques in, right? It's nothing. There's no customers. There's no regulars. No one comes by. I would just be a librarian, except I could have a gun. That's the job. And I was waiting for the callback, and my friend said, the guy's not going to hire me because he saw some stuff on Facebook of how I like to smoke weed. I was like, all right, first of all, I'm not 17. I don't do that shit. I was furious at first, but then I thought about like, oh shit, I do have something in my Facebook profile about smoking weed. It's in my About Me section. It's very easy to find, but it's so fucking stupid you guys are going to agree with me when I tell it to you, okay? Here's what it says on my Facebook profile. This is what lost the job. What the fuck? Hey, cops. Fucking wave emoji. Do you suck at your real job? So you're scanning Facebook looking for clues? Yes. I've done everything you're missing a suspect for. Sorry. I smoked a reefer once and things got out of hand. That's it. That cost me a job at a storage facility. I called it reefer, and I'm not even a time-traveling jazz musician from the Second World War. But because this fucking methed-out gorilla can't read sarcasm, I'm the first person to fail a drug test over the internet. And let's just recap. Storage facility. I'm not guarding the missile codes, motherfucker. This is a Fort Knox filled with soiled mattresses. Who cares if I'm stoned? And also, working in a storage facility, you should take a piss test and fail it so they know you can keep a secret. Storage facility job interview. 2 questions. Question 1. If one of the garage doors smells like weed, meth, or a dead body, can you not be such a fucking narc about it? Question 2. If working in a storage facility, which never gets customers, if you're left unattended 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, can you successfully fight the urge to masturbate on the clock? U-Haul Corporate has a strict 3 strikes policy regarding this. If you answered yes to both of these questions, congratulations! You get to be the security guard at a formerly abandoned mental hospital's parking lot. But don't get high while you do the job. That's disrespectful to the spirits that haunt it. Thanks, guys. And in the front, can't hold down a job without holding his dick. He fucking answered nope when I was asked that question. That's cool, dude. I told you, we're a safe space. Confess at church tomorrow, it's all cool. So besides this, I also deliver packages for Amazon. I drive around, tell people I'm Santa Claus, it's with the kick. I'm driving around suburbs, and sometimes there are kids walking home from school stuff, and they're walking in the road, and I always drive by real fast. And it's super dangerous, but I don't want anyone to think I'm creeping on their kids. I do still slow down if it's old people in the road, but that's just because they're fucking hot. Stupid shit. Thank you. Right? Real dumb. Such a fucking easy job, but it's people, like, I'm dropping off boxes for you. Cool. But people leave instructions in the app for me when I make the drop off, and I ignore all of them. Like, oh, if it's after 5 p.m. on the solstice, leave it 3 paces, north-northeast of the sundial, the southwest corner of the fuck you. Everyone gets front door service. Not doing that. And sometimes they're super creeped out too. When I drop the box and I'm walking back to my car, they're fucking side-eyeing me. I always wave back, but I do the all fingers wave that serial killers do in the movies. Fuck them. If they can't look at the box with their address on it, and their phone that just beeped because I marked it delivered, you deserve to have nightmares, you smooth-brained millionaire. I don't give a shit. They're always fucking bothering me. In the suburbs, there hasn't been a crime in 30 years. They're always fucking, can I help you? No, motherfucker, I'm helping you. I'm bringing your Beat headphones, your noise-canceling headphones. So you don't have to hear your son jerk off to the laptop I brought him last week. I'll tell you guys a few more things to wrap up. I was at the state fair, and I saw somebody with a Bible quote tattooed on their shoulder, which would be fine. I got nothing against that. But they never have the quote, do they? They just have where to find it in the Bible. Like Jesus 1853, like, motherfucker, don't make me Google it off your back. Just get the whole thing. Have some balls, man. Or just get a tattoo that says, I like the Bible. There! Far less work for me. I have a tattoo on my back. I have a picture of Moby Dick. You could probably guess I like the book Moby Dick. I don't have the Dewey Decimal System number for the library catalog. Make you guess that shit. Also, nobody ever gets funny Bible quotes tattooed on their shoulder. They're out there. I'm going to read you my favorite one. If you guys want to turn to the Bibles and all y'all brought tonight. For real, by the way. Love this. Ezekiel 23:20. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emissions were like that of horses. Oh my God is right, young lady. Praise Christ, you guys. Just shame. If you tattoo that on your back, I'll give you a high five this day. Love doing that joke, even during clean shows, because I'm reading from the Bible, still technically a clean joke. Do that shit at church all the time. Let's see. All right. Look, you guys. School shootings aren't fun. But giving guns to teachers is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard in my life. I didn't know it was real. I thought it was an internet prank the first time I heard it, like a suggestion. Oh yeah, we'll give guns to the teachers, and then samurai swords to the lunch ladies, and nunchucks to all the janitors. And then we'll give them a giant talking rat, and teach them all kung fu. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you guys. Read a book. And here's the thing, you guys, I can't stop laughing at gun maniacs, but, again, round of applause, take the survey. How many people here own guns? Yeah, I do too. That's cool. Now, follow-up question, a little bit of honesty. How many of you people know somebody who owns guns who probably shouldn't be allowed to own guns anymore? Yeah, thanks for playing along with me. Todd can't go hunting no more. He's in timeout again. He was juggling again. Yeah, right? But if like, the one I always remember, makes me so happy just to think about it. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. People were going nuts because a bunch of people were on social media, all dudes, obviously, taking pictures and posting pictures of themselves with their gun at their pistol to brag about how safe gun ownership is. Oh my God, I laughed for a week. Are you serious? It was the greatest Willy Wonka shit I've ever seen. No. Stop. Don't. Oh no. I just want to know what these guys' penises did to make them so angry. If it's too small, bro, that's not how you make it bigger. If you got too many kids, and you think Jesus doesn't want you to buy birth control, I guarantee you, Jesus also doesn't want to see your dead, disembodied penis hopping up to the pearly gates by itself without you. Fucking jumping on its balls with a suitcase and a top hat. I don't know what happened. I was in the dark, there was a big bang, now I'm here. I was going to say we're going to get weird, but Nathan first. I'll tell you guys one last thing. I was driving my car around in the road. Right? Good start right there. That's where they belong. I saw a lady walking a dog. The dog was taking a dump, as dogs are wont to do. What this lady was doing, she had a poop bag on her hand. Underneath the dog, catching the poop. I think about this woman every day. She's out there, just loose. Keep tabs on her. And it's so fucking funny to me because she had such a shitty look on her face. Obviously, look what she's doing in her spare time. But who are you angry at? This is your idea. No one wants you to do this. Definitely not me, even though I'm slowing down and watch you do it. But no one's got a gun to her family. There's not a shooter in the bushes forcing her to pluck it straight from the vine like this. I also think about her a lot because that was a really nice house. 2 stories. Big front yard. Clean, I assume. This woman's probably a boss. She's a manager. She's in charge of some shit. She's got employees who have to follow her orders for their paychecks, and I bet you not one of them would follow another thing she told them to do if they knew what she did in her free time. Do you see that working? Because I don't. Hey Bob, did you finish those TPS reports? Fuck off, turd fingers. That's it. They were up in your mouth for Kolas. They were up in my phone.
Keep going for Phil, everybody. You know Phil's a broke-ass comic because his idea of a nice house is a house with 2 stories. Like, oh, they made it, goddamn. Stairs? All right, you guys ready for your headliner? Oh, we can do better than that. You guys ready for your fucking headliner?